Hi there. Thanks so much for joining me today. As always, I just want to take a moment to thank everybody that has watched, subscribed, liked, followed, shared. Um, so far, I really appreciate it. We're into our second month now, so I'm really excited to see how this progresses. I've got lots of exciting plans for the podcast channel, so hopefully, it'll just keep going well and getting better and better. I'm still learning how to do everything that I'm doing. I'm still learning, you know, posting, editing, filming, all of it. So, I really appreciate you bearing with me while I get better at it, and hopefully, in a month or two, it'll start to really just look and sound a bit more professional. So here we are. Okay, so we're into June's episodes. So I'm taking them month by month. My plan is to always try and have an episode every Friday, but also understanding that that might not always work for me. But I'll keep you updated as we go. Okay, so for June, my monthly focus is relaxation. Now I'm going to be primarily focusing on the importance of relaxation during pregnancy and labour, but they're really important skills that you can learn to use for a lifetime. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's just for pregnancy and labour. I feel a lot like relaxation is talked about quite a bit at the moment in terms of things like self-care. We seem to, as a society, have this feeling that if we aren't always being busy, we're not working all the time, we need to earn our relaxation. But actually, that's not the case. Rest and relaxation are just as important as getting things done, if not more important. We need to figure out as individuals what balance works best for us. Some of us require more rest than others. Some of us can relax really easily. Some of us struggle to shut our minds off, so it's more of a skill that we've got to learn. But relaxation has tons of benefits, and you might think, oh well, I'm too busy for that, or I can't shut my mind off, or whatever. But the thing is the sooner you learn to relax your mind and body, the more benefits you'll get from it, and particularly in pregnancy. You might think, well, how can I relax in labour? Or it's really hard to relax in pregnancy because I'm uncomfortable. But it's more than just sitting on an evening watching the telly. That is relaxing. But getting your mind into a deep state of relaxation so that your body follows is a skill. And it's so beneficial. So, first of all, the reason why it's so hard is because we don't practice it. So, like I just said, we tend to think that we've got to earn the right to relax, but actually we don't. So we don't put into practice relaxing, and so then when we actually need to relax, our minds don't associate what we're doing with what needs to happen. So, for example, if you're ever in a situation where you need to relax, so you might be getting a medical procedure done, you might be at the dentist, you might be having a tattoo done, you might be in the middle of an argument, and somebody might say to you, just relax, or just calm down, and you don't. And we often, think that that's just because we're not in a relaxing situation, or because being told to calm down makes us really angry. But the thing is we're always told it in those circumstances where we're not able to relax. And so when we try to relax, our minds don't really know what to do. It's kind of like the word relax is a trigger in our minds for it to respond. So if we're only ever told to relax or thinking I need to relax or calm in a stressful situation, then our bodies are going to associate it with being stressed. Now, obviously, when you're having a medical procedure done, you're at the dentist, you're having a tattoo, you're in an argument or whatever, and you were trying to relax and you can't, that's one thing. But when you were pregnant and you were releasing the stress hormone, cortisol, it actually transfers into your baby. And the more stress you're releasing, the more of an effect it'll have on your baby when they are born as well. So high levels of stress have been shown to basically create very stressed out human beings. To keep it, quite in terms of quite a simplistic explanation, and particularly if you are pregnant with a girl whose eggs are created in utero, it can then actually go on to affect future generations. So being calmer is very beneficial for those reasons. Obviously, it keeps your blood pressure down. The release of cortisol into your body kind of like frays your cells a little bit. So it's also beneficial for that reason. You sleep better. You generally just, when you feel calmer, you have a clearer head, so you're able to make better decisions. You're able to think. You're able to think like clearer. You're able to evaluate the situation more, and you're able to just generally be a bit more assertive, but in a calmer way, which is very important when you need to advocate for yourself. If you are more relaxed as well, then you feel a bit nicer too. Now, once you are in labour, being able to relax your mind and body means a number of things. So one, it means that your body isn't tensing up. So if you are stressed out and anxious, you tend to clench your jaw, you hunch your shoulders, you might hold your breath a little bit more, you might be tensing your stomach a bit. And when you're tensing all of that, then you are actually tensing your vagina so that you're not opening up for your baby coming out. So it's really counterproductive, not being able to relax your mind and body. When you are in labour as well, sometimes things don't go the way you want them to go, and so that can cause a lot of anxiety. And being able to keep calm in those moments means that you can make better decisions, you can think clearer, and you have that ability to let go. So for example, if you have your heart set on the birth pool and the birth pool is being used, or you get told we can't allow you to have the birth pool, they can't not allow you to do things, but they might say we can't allow you to have the birth pool because we think that you need to be monitored, and you might decide with that information, yeah, I agree, I want to be monitored, but that means I have to let go of the birth pool. It's much easier for you to go, right, okay, well, I can't have that, this is what I can have instead, and this is what I'm choosing to do instead, rather than getting very upset about it. Now, another really important thing about being able to relax when you're in labour is that anxiety and oxytocin can't function at the same time. But anxiety is the stronger hormone and oxytocin is the shy hormone. So anxiety wins out. But oxytocin is the hormone that powers your contractions. So if you aren't able to produce oxytocin, it's going to stall your labour. So that's another really important reason to be able to relax. And furthermore, when you are anxious, you produce adrenaline. And when you produce adrenaline, your body kicks into fight or flight mode. And when you kick into fight or flight mode, your body diverts blood into your arms and legs. So if you've ever had a big rush of adrenaline, you might notice that your arms and legs go a bit tingly and a bit wobbly feeling. It's because that rush of blood into your body, into your extremities, into your limbs, you can feel that. Now, where's it getting that blood from? Well, it's getting that blood from any other part of your body, including your uterus. And when your uterus doesn't have the right blood supply to it, it doesn't function properly. And it needs to be able to freely open and close so that it can move the baby down through the birth canal. So being able to keep that anxiety and adrenaline low is going to really go in your favour. Okay? Now, I understand that a lot of the time when you think, well, okay, I've got to learn how to relax and not be anxious in labour, that can be a bit like, well, that's easy for you to say, you're not in labour right now, and it seems almost like an impossible task, but trust me, it's not. And that is one of the places that hypnobirthing is really powerful, because you learn how to actually properly relax your mind and body. Now, I'm not going to go into that right now, but next week I'm going to be talking about some of the skills that you need to be able to relax the mind and body. So if you tune in next week, you'll learn a little bit about that, and you can also, if you want to know more, check out my website, check out my socials, because I've been talking about relaxation on there, and check out some of my courses, because it's a big focus in some of my sessions is relaxing the mind and body. So I will see you next week. Thank you for joining me.